You are going to be shocked when you discover these 10 money strategies used by the wealthy to accumulate enormous riches. There's nothing preventing you from following in the footsteps of wealthy individuals who utilize these techniques to preserve their wealth and continue to build it enormously each year. Discovering the top financial secrets that wealthy people won't reveal to you might help you overcome all of your financial obstacles, achieve financial freedom, and ensure that you never have to worry about money again. Keep reading till the very end. Hello everyone and welcome to Finance Wisdom. We're going to talk about the secret to become truly rich are those who follow these 10 steps. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Make consistent investments. Most wealthy individuals become wealthy by making regular long-term investments using dollar cost averaging in the stock market and other assets. Your assets will start to compound and expand enormously if you make consistent investments over a lengthy period of time. Compounding makes accumulating significant money simpler and easier. Consistent investing requires making room in the budget for investments even during lean financial times, making investments throughout prosperous and difficult economic times, and not being deterred by market declines or unsettling news reports. You must have a long-term perspective and adhere to this strategy. Number 9. Invest in significant items or activities. The secret to become truly rich individuals is to be cautious with their money, but that doesn't imply they aren't willing to spend it. When it comes to things or events that are significant to them, they are more than eager to go all out. When it is true that they avoid wasting money on pointless purchases, they're content to spend money on items that bring them joy and value. They could, for instance, spend a lot of money traveling because they have a love for doing so. If you're not going to spend any of your money, what good is it to possess a lot of it? The affluent spend on things that are important to them, but impoverished people often squander money by buying items they will soon forget about and have little to no worth. Number 8. Your success won't always be possible. Rich individuals are conscious of the likelihood that not everything they undertake will be a success. They experiment with a variety of financial methods, extra sources of income, and even career changes as a result. Even if one thing doesn't work out, they don't quit and resume their low-paying jobs for the rest of their lives. Additionally, when they find something that has worked well, they don't stop doing it. They are always seeking ways to innovate, change, and attempt new things in order to achieve them even more. Contrary to other people, successful people don't let the possibility of failure intimidate them, which is one of the reasons they are able to achieve and amass a fortune. Number 7. It's crucial to maintain affordable home prices. Spending excessively on a property might easily stop you from accumulating any kind of money. It could be tough to invest if you devote a significant portion of your income to rent or mortgage. The housing expenses of the wealthy are kept to a minimum in comparison to their income. You could assume that someone is neck-deep in debt when you see a lavish, gorgeous property. Other exorbitant costs for taxes, lawn care, and other upkeep might add to their load. The truth is that, due to their considerable salary, none of those expenses will really have much of an influence on their budget. In other words, the home is likely to cost less than 10% of their monthly salary, as opposed to the typical American who spends roughly 30% of their income on housing. One of the first steps to achieving extreme wealth is to keep your home expenses at a very low and reasonable level. Number 6. Don't depend only on revenue from employment. The typical millionaire has 7 separate sources of income, in case you didn't know. This is due to the fact that being affluent requires more than just one source of income from a job. Regular paychecks come with advantages. It enables you to cover your essential living costs and expenditures, but it must be seen as a stepping stone to more substantial passive forms of income. You should get paid from these other sources even while you are not working, and they should have room for expansion. Owning a company is another typical source of income outside of a salary. Although managing it could take some time, it still functions whether or not you work for it every day. You are protected if you have many sources of income in case one of them stops paying you. Additionally, it implies that a single source might achieve extraordinary achievement. A salary is not a substantial answer. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to know the secret to become truly rich. Number 5 is to spend wisely. You'll likely recognize someone who is wealthy immediately if you encounter them because of their pricey house, sizable automobile collection, and fancy attire. You are unaware that just a small portion of their incomes is spent on all those expenses. They limit their total expenditure to a relatively tiny portion of their income in keeping with the amount they spend on housing expenses. They can do this rather easily since it's simple to purchase most of the things you desire when you have a lot of money and still have money left over. But this is one of the factors that helps the wealthy accumulate more and more riches. They may invest the money they don't spend on assets that will only increase their wealth and the secret to become truly rich. Number 4, market crashes present opportunities. Rich people don't care if the financial markets crash. In fact, they prefer to see things crash every once in a while because they see this as a huge opportunity. If the stock market falls 30%, wealthy investors see this as an excellent opportunity to buy when everyone else is selling out of fear. People who panic when the stock market or real estate market crashes are the ones who lose money and can't afford to re-enter the market when things become expensive. Again, those who are prepared for these occurrences are usually people who are already wealthy, but not always. Anyone with sufficient savings can participate, and those who are able to invest at a market's bottom earn incredible profits when things recover. Number 3, reduce tax liabilities. One of life's certainties is paying taxes, and no one enjoys parting with their hard-earned money. There's no tax strategy for the lower and middle classes. Instead, they only report for duty. They receive the remainder of their paycheck after their employer withholds a portion for the IRS. It is feasible to pay much less in taxes with careful tax planning. Because they have fewer alternatives than the wealthy, those who make a living wage has less incentive to manage their taxes. Rich individuals have access to a variety of sources of income, prospective tax deductions, and expert tax advice. Even while there are many methods for individuals to lower their tax obligations, the tax system is exceedingly complex. Because of this, the wealthy seek the assistance of a CPA or other tax professional, whose duty it is to help them make the most of their circumstances. Number 2 is to increase revenue. How may your income be increased? To become affluent, you must constantly ask yourself this question. One approach to getting money is by investing, but the drawback is that it takes a very long time. It will take decades to become uber rich without the capacity to constantly generate returns that outperform the market. Because of this, the wealthy place a premium on having a large income that may be utilized to invest and increase that money. They also don't contemplate how they can get a little pay increase or make $200,000 a year as opposed to $85,000 annually. They are considering ways to increase their revenue by at least 2 or 3 times. If you ask your manager to increase or treble your compensation, they would likely laugh at you. Rich individuals don't ask their supervisor for a little raise because of this. They create their own destiny, typically by establishing their own business, and this is also one of the secrets to become truly rich. Number 1, debt is fantastic. Poor individuals are aware that taking on debt to make purchases is not a good idea, but they are unaware of the fact that the debt may sometimes be a source of income. If they can generate a better return than the cost of the loan, wealthy individuals will benefit from low-interest loans. Why would a wealthy individual pay cash to their house when they could get a low-interest mortgage and use that income to finance the expansion of their company, purchase additional real estate, or make other investments? For instance, they might purchase a $5 million home outright and live in it. Or they could put 20% down on the property and purchase for $1 million investment properties to cover the mortgage. Tax deductions may be available for the interest paid on such a loan. It's advisable to avoid debt if you lack the discipline to utilize it to your benefit. These financial secrets are kept from the poor by the wealthy. Even if they try, the majority of people would either ignore them or refuse to trust them. But now that you're aware of these strategies, you will be able to significantly increase your earnings and increase your level of wealth. We've reached the end of another video and thank you for watching. I hope you have learned the secret to becoming truly rich. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.